On this track, I think I made 3 solids. Kind of important here to note that a lot of times if you make a whole bunch of one, it's not the easiest set of balls to shoot. The remaining solids I have are kind of somewhat tied up in odd positions. I didn't have a good shot. So going ahead and just shooting all the stripes gives me a lot more time to work through any issues in the rack. So I went ahead and shot that stripe, and then shoot the 12. Now I'm going to position myself. I can shoot this 10 in the side. I kind of want to get out a little bit so I can shoot that 9, but I'm not going to be clear for it. So I'll go ahead and use that 15 that's hanging in the corner. A lot of times you can use those balls that are hanging in a corner kind of for an insurance thing. If you don't get positioned, it gives you a good chance to get on it. That one I probably didn't need to do that much of a draw shot, but I did. Probably put myself in a slightly more difficult position than I needed to. But at this point, I'll just go ahead and tap that ball in. If I roll too far on the 15, which I did, I've got an easy shot on this 13. I'll just follow off the rail a little bit, have the 15 be able to draw back a little bit, and I have the 8 in the corner. But yeah, when I made those 3 solids, that just means that there's a lot less in the way for me to work around to shoot all those stripes in, and I have more options. This next rack really wasn't a very good rack from the perspective of having a nice pretty run or anything like that, but there's a couple points. There's twice I'd like to point out my arm position, and particularly my elbow. Right here at the beginning, I'm jacked up over a ball, but you can see my elbow's at 90 degrees on my stroking arm. So when I shoot this 5 ball, I'm right in the middle of my stroke. You'll see that again at the end of this rack, and that's kind of important to be able to really get through the ball and be able to put action on the ball. Here, I'm kind of debating which one way to go. I could shoot the 6 or I could shoot the 2. I shoot the 2, but I kind of overplay position in such a way that I don't leave myself an easy shot. I end up rolling right up on the 6. So I don't really have a shot in the 6 or the 4. So now I'm going back at the 7. This rack kind of ends up being ugly almost the whole way, but I'll hit the 7 with some draw, and I kind of go off of the far rail, come back towards the 1. I hit the 1. I don't know if I make the right decision here. It's more a question of how the shot turned out. I like shooting that 7 because if I'm over there on that 7 at the end, I basically, that might make it a little bit hard on the 8. I would have to shoot up in the far corner or in the side. So I go ahead and shoot the 7 first, but I bump into that 10 ball and move the 10 in the way of the 8, which defeated the purpose of why I shot the 7 then. So here I go ahead and I shoot the 6, drift out a little bit. I've got a shot on the 4. And I kind of tried to bump the 8 out, but it didn't quite work out right. Instead I moved the 15 over. So here I'm going to shoot the 1 up in the corner, and once again look at my elbow, and at the set position it was at 90 degrees, so I was able to get through the cue ball nice and easy, so I didn't have to hit the ball real hard. I was able to draw around the 8 for the 8 inside. Please like and subscribe.